Hi everyone. This is for my students of architecture. Others can kind of scroll down, or maybe you can hit a like. Yeah. Okay. The students of architecture who are on the verge of completion of their course and almost either into your training or maybe kind of moving out of school. Let me tell you, I have come up with 5 tips which you can use to start up your career. Because it's an exciting time to be an architecture student. New methods and materials are revolutionizing the building processes. Improved CAD technology means architects can focus more time on designing, and more clients are keen to get adventurous with the buildings and spaces. But it can also be daunting as a graduate to make a sense of architecture world outside your university. Architecture in the workforce is very different. Let me tell you something from what you do at school is way more different, and it can be difficult to see which opportunities will be the best for your career. Luckily there are a lot of great architects who have come before you, who can answer your questions, who can be your role model in your architecture career. So, out of these 5, let me tell you the first one. Your client relationships. Client relationships are quite a bit like dating. Build the body of work and image to attract your ideal client. Just because someone who doesn't appeal to you gives you a wing doesn't mean you approach them. Same with prospective clients. Know who to say no based on your own goals and values, right? You have some professional ethics and values, right? You need to look at them. No matter how desperate your situation may be, in terms of financially or whatever it may be, spending time with the wrong client can be a very bad, probably to only get you a like-minded work. Manage your client's expectations. If you choose to give a discount, make it known or they'll think it was included, and so on. Point number 2, do not alienate your contractors. Realize that even though you may be near the top of a construction line, you may end up at the bottom in no time if you alienate your contractors. Yes, you represent the owner, but when your customer is wrong, you must be willing to go to bat for the contractor. On the other hand, be ready to dismiss the contractors who prefer to look for errors instead of the answers. Yeah, because contractors are the people who will make your ideas and concepts into reality. So it pays to treat them well. Try to be friends with them even they are not. Being a building contractor, it takes certain reliable skills and tradesmanship from the moment you enter the workforce. This will prove an invaluable resource as you progress through your career. Yeah, think about it. Point number 3, very important. Make your career, your place of work, your place of learning. Learn from what you are doing. Put your school behind you and focus on making workplace a learning place. It's a different world. Focus on skills that are useful to your workplace. If you are good in some, say, graphics, or maybe developing your skills as a renderer or a graphic designer for presentation boards, so that will take you long. If you are good at model making maybe, and you work at an office where there are certain opportunities of making models and stuff, then develop that skill. Do extra study maybe at night or over weekends in both design and technical sides, and go ahead. Yeah. Above all, do anything that crosses your desk gladly with no questions asked. Yeah. Point number 4, become a creator of a sustainable space. Sustainability is what will bake your cookies in the future. What an architecture student should be aiming for is to become a better human space creator, right? We need to design conducive spaces and inclusive spaces for all, which will be sustainable in the long run and for the future generations to come. Historically, we have seen a tendency of a lot of celebrated architects to create monumental buildings. And there is nothing wrong with that. But a real modern architect should be focusing on creating habitats where sustainability is the central axis. Not only for people living in it, but also for the community. Remember, it is for the community that you design. It has to be sustainable for the community in the long run. The community will host its buildings as a part of a cultural and architectural identity. The building is not by one architect for a single client, it is in a community, an identity that will be created as a part of that entire urban fabric. Remember that. We as architects have the obligation to make every project about sustainability. And it's not a decision that you take that I'll make my project sustainable. No. Sustainability should be your way of life as it is of mine. It is the only way we should approach each case. Say, for example, LEED Green Building Norms or IGBC Green Building Norms, certifications that are there, use those. Those are perfect tools which will guide you through your architectural practice. Finally, tip number 5. Focus on your strengths that you have. Everybody has their own strengths. Somebody has some kind of a strength of the mind. Somebody has an artistic flair. Somebody has something. Everybody is strong in something or the other. So focus on that particular strength, right? Take it to the next level as an architect. There's a world of opportunities there. The world is open to you. As economics are getting stronger, an architectural industry is expanding to even greater heights. Of course, there's a lockdown due to COVID and all, but hope to go on the other side of the tunnel where there is light. Yeah. My advice is to young architects: highlight your strengths for a new employer, or maybe for your new office, or maybe your new job, whatever it is, where you can contribute immediately while you are learning the craft. Going back to the first point again, make your working place your learning place. Above all, it is important for new architects to cultivate new relationships too. Yeah, like dating, as I said. Understand that your sensibilities will change over time, which is the normal course in becoming a better architect, but your basic, the ethics of architecture has to be there with you. Yeah, and that will what make you a better architect. In your architectural school, you will have noticed where your strengths lie, and no doubt focus on your course choices and internships, on opportunities that expanded upon those strengths. As you begin your architectural career, draw again on these strengths. Always present your best work in your portfolio. And be prepared to talk about the techniques and ideas you're most passionate about. Seek out opportunities in firms, in places with architects where they share your common values and goals. Yeah? So what's the take-home message? At the heart of great architecture is a great relationship. The relationship between the architect and the client, the relationship between the architect and his creation, between the architect and the supplier, between the architect and the mentor, and so many other people. Yeah? and between people and their environment, which is conducive to their comfort, to their existence, to their sustenance. And it is your job to manage it well as an architect. And it is for you to forge connections and make that bridge between community, humanity, your client. Do something as an architect which you would be proud of. Let me know your thoughts and comments in the box below. I'll get back to you with your queries and answers to everything that you say. See you.